Waiting a while, but the flash is going to come over and the players, they are flying out of the apartments. I am an era underneath this porch position. 2 kills go their way. They frag the mid player as well as B-Stick comes in from the side. Oscar somehow has found another frag. We found ourselves actually out of nowhere in a 2-on-1 situation. Make that a 1-on-1. Oh, that was real hectic, wasn't it, in towards mid.
Rusty on this USP is finally spotted out. Shock gonna go for the wide swing and he gets it done. Catches Shock, I think, looking for a USP on the... Some early flashes here. Gonna go a nice and fast on that Sinner's side. Try and catch him off guard. And, well, it looks to be working initially. However, more bodies than they were expecting. Isaac actually...
The HP. Shock's just poking around mid here, and that's a really important kill. Straight into a 4-on-2 now. Bombs. He's actually going to try and come through the smokers. Oscar, by the look of it, gets the first. 15 seconds remaining. Bombs in the open. Rusty aren't yet, but with only this amount of time remaining. Oscar's trying to run out. He's going to get dropped. And I guess the only silver lining, Scriv,
is that he long enough. You've got some young guns in here, but they've been around for long
enough.
The
nades.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold the phone. Because it does get interesting. With Isaac only finding one. The nades are pretty large, and again, trying to brute force their way in. Deep CT smoke. You know, they're really looking to scrap here and get into the heads of GamerLegion, especially after such a long...
Needless to say, that has been an absolute disaster for GamerLegion. They'll, of course, reinvest.
Chatting about the previous, you know, and writing it off, and that's generally to say so. But when you've got Oscar hitting shots like this in the first 10 seconds...
They are... Signs make a nice read, though. Smoke on Banana is going to slow down the Sinners squad. That nade provides even more rain over. Flashes coming in. Player's going to burst through. IM comes through the CT smoke, and there's just too many players in defense. Oscar does well on the trades, though. Bomb is dropped in front of Coffins. Isaac, spot him coming through the smoke. So GamerLegion, good read.
An awful lot. Making it hard on themselves, let's say. Great flash from B-Stick. Perfect timing as well to get himself out of here, it felt like, but he actually ends up picking...
Nice timing. That'll make their life all the easier. And he goes for the peak. Oscar's ready and waiting. Right place, right time for Oscar.
Yeah, it looks like with 2 players showing on A there, that's going to end up being the case. However... We're back into a 3-on-3. I think your first player going down there is not too bad. Second player maybe needs to realize, all right, let's get out of here. Let's take the numbers advantage to B. Oscar holding behind. It's a good read. Does make you hold your breath for a second when he's got the bomb in hand. If he goes down there, it's an absolute mess. But this game feels like an absolute mess. And 2 seconds later, dead. And, yeah.
Just waiting for these flashes starting to fly over. Not just yet. Here they come. 0. Oh, beautiful spray transfer. Drop Shock as well for good measure. Dinks up Zedko in towards the porch position. 0, he drops his smoke, starting to play around it, forcing out those one-way angles. He makes it free. And one of the 2 saved AKs doing so much work here in the early stages. Oscar catches one of the lurks. It's IM. He's in the open. Neo frag. And the round is getting hauled back despite Zero's heroics. Neo frag chimes in with a 3K and...
It might have confidence and the success that they're getting, it maybe would have felt like it's just not going to happen. They're leaning into it a little bit, though. That peak is so T-sided, let's say, for a CT player to go swinging in like that. However, Sinners can get caught up in their own mess, in their own kind of... Very seems to be the story of the round. Late rotation from Era, and that allows Sinners to find isolated players. Down goes IM without getting anything.
And Sinners were wise to his tricks. They found the opening pick. Future, you know, but we can see Scriv, the bomb. That's instead leading in towards mid. It's going to be the fake, and Isaac popped out by that flash from Rusty. 2 fast frags. Bait setup on the bomb. So IM is in the corner. 0 playing around his smoke. It's the perfect setup for the occasion. 0 chiming in as well. Some great frags. Oscar alone. 1-on-5, 25 seconds remaining. Surely not, and indeed it's not. GamerLegion
play a bit more passively. What are Sinners going to do about that? Great contact play here. No. Oh, that's unlucky. The leg lands from Era.
We have got a Shock to fake out some mid control. That's going to hold these A players and the frag as well. Even better for that one. Isaac forced back by the nades. The Sinners are looking much, much cleaner on this hit.
Oh, nice flash in from Isaac. Does get one. He's dropped the bomb with only 15 seconds. He's getting flanked out. Needs to win this fight, but he can't. Well responded by Zedko. And that will give them the time that they need to get the bomb down at the very least.
EDC.
Neofrag's had a bit of a DC. Again, it looks like Zedco saving them with some quick thinking. Oh my goodness, to get the flank in. However, this disarray has really screwed them over, and it is in fact going to be GamerLegion to win the round. Goodness.
Going to peek himself. Bit of a spam from Zedco. Of course, he got caught out earlier on by Smap's aggression, but this time Oscar, right,
Middle of the pack, I won't say the back, but perhaps not leading the way with what they want to go for here, especially into the long take. I am with one. The wide swing out, unfortunately, results in a finish. There's one player left in on the site in the form of Zero. Looking good. Drops the bomb. 35 seconds left. Shock does get him, and pretty important that he does, because Oscar had opted to kind of stick in behind the enemy team. Will get taken down by Isaac. Bomb's just gone down, so Shock going to be out in the open. We all know that. Nice flash in, and Isaac finishes off. GamerLegion, they are finding their...
GamerLegion perspective, but aggressive peek from IM. Very bold.
Ooh.
Goes 1 for 1. That gun could also...
very scary indeed. Isaac, a little awkward with the smokes there, but they also couldn't see him. Smoke of the HE, of course, is left. They have just been spotted shoulder-wise, you know, and they've seen the player in towards New Box. Flash comes through, does not result in a kill, though. Isaac at the back end. Will, for now, just have to hold things down. Actually going to go for a wide swing, trying to get the banger in. It's a little bit close, to be fair. Oscar with a perfect peek. Will take him down. 3 versus 2 with an AWP. Don't think this happens.
Kind of surprised they're still going for it. Shock in the off angle. Connects on the getting back in their stride, getting back in good form. They lose an unlikely round.
But they have managed to recover things somewhat. Flash coming in for Era. Very well done. I think there are many, many, many different ways to peek that mid angle, and that's...
Lesser defended. Mid nades coming out from GamerLegion as they peek out themselves on a flashbang. Important Neofrag. Going to come through the smoke, and Rusty's on his left. Rusty, right place at the right time. He finds the first. B-stick, a nice timing to come through. Era can't connect. Does the second time of asking. Coming through the smoke is Shock. That's a great flick. And Sinners, they were handed an opportunity.
Just, it's a discipline thing for me, I think. It was jarring to begin with for GamerLegion, but that doesn't necessarily make them very high in that sense. And once again, Sinner's going to go for the quick play. Zedco will get taken down by the Flames pretty quickly thereafter.
But look at the bomb. It's heading back towards A. Whilst Neofrag's aggressively on B, a very bizarre set of circles. Era posted up towards long. Shock's on angling towards brackets, and he gets right eye peeked. He's dropped Oscar, though, a great trade. It's just Zero now, remaining on the same. Starts working his way around. He hears the nades going off. He peeks out at a good timing. Zero stays alive in pit. Such a well-played late round so far from GamerLegion. B-stick. It does fail the first player through. Rusty comes through on the second time of asking. That was so well played to come through on the second flash and not the first. Is GamerLegion
high standard. Perhaps your best of the past 6 months, you could say, is really, really solid. Again, going for these early peaks.
All over the front of the bomb site. There's one player in towards first oranges. Era flashes over to help his teammates out. Isaac comes through the smoke. Oscar's also dropped in towards CT, and it's falling apart. Scriv these late rounds. GamerLegion of all the nades. Banana. Look at the chaos ensuing on the mini-map right now as GamerLegion trying to clear mid. Somehow Oscar gets a frag out of that position. We find ourselves in a 3-on-2. Just Isaac and Era remaining. In towards the balcony. Isaac gets one. He can fall in towards the apartment's position, and somehow through the chaos, 1-on-1 now, goes for the tap as B-stick taps it again. Isaac not falling for that one. Peeks out and...
as well. Very dangerous indeed. A lot of flashes coming over the top. You got a player down low, a player on high. Only the one so far, though. Maybe expected a little bit more, and there it is. Zedco at the back end of the site with the 2-1-deeks. Does get naded and mollied out, but it's a 3 versus 2. The reboost coming in leaves it all down to Era. And Sinners with their very, very cocky plays so far in this game. They have finally found some great success, and that is a huge round. Should be the way that it goes. Oscar kind of copying a little bit. Ooh, double scope flick. Lovely to see. Here he just goes for it.
Striking again is Oscar. He knows there's no warp in play for that terrorist side, so he's all the more eager just to take the jewels. Not backing off here is Oscar, peeking again in towards mid. He doesn't care, makes it free. There's a player coming in from behind him. There's one in apartment. It looks like Zedko's holding that one. Tag through the wall and Rusty for good measure. Zero's just trying to look for an opportunity, but Zedko's on a nice angle. That's the twist angle. Some might call it. Rusty, only one guy remaining. Into his underpass. He gets dropped. 9 rounds for Sinners. Lots of money in the bank.
Banana aggression coming in from both sides. It's the flash of the CT side that's a bit more successful. I am, though, with the quick trade, and we're getting some swings in here. They're risky, but they keep things even, at least for now. Shock with the jump
towards B, trying to find a dropped nade is Shock for the moment. Isaac getting pinched through the smoke. That's an absolute kicker for them. Era knows he needs to take a duel. He's going to peek out, but he's dropped alone. Shock doing so much work here. He's the only player on B. Zero eventually does find a response. Bit of a spray through, and again taking damage through the smoke. It's not GamerLegion's day. Is another potential.
It already is. Very quickly things have been evened up, and Neofrag's just walked down Banana and gotten away with it. Again.
Few nades coming out, nade in towards CT, the smoke there as well. Neofrag finds the first, the bomb is dropped over on A as well for good measure, and overall,
it is as wild as this. You'd argue Vertigo can lean into that slightly. Rusty with a great time peek, great flash off the back of it. Oh, and looking for more. Will be tagged up, so maybe he's going to force a move out here, and he finds there a B-stick who's awkwardly peeking back and forth. Maybe a double-up setup or something along those lines could be a change. I don't know.
Smart move, Scriv. They need to get them out of playing 4A before they commit. And Oscar finds the all-important frag. This is really tricky now.
Mason very tightly packed in on the site. That pressure out from long as well. Some nice nades here. Maybe a bit too passive on the angles to allow them to get away with all this nadage, but they just go walking straight into the crossfire. 15 seconds, play a bit safe. Player on the site's gone down, but B-Stick can strike again. Hard to deal with. Low HP onto Era. Absolutely not. Beautiful finds, actually, as B-Stick gets the 3K.
If they don't start chaining gun rounds together soon, this could be really scary. And Neofrag, he's really starting to chime in now. Of course, he had some tech problems, but in the...
little bit of CS magic. Nobody looks out towards CT. He's going to drop one there. They're rotating back towards B, it feels like. I think he's just maybe... Once again, Molotov coming in to cut off the Banana players. Flash out for B-Stick. Beautifully played from Neofrag, to be honest with you. B-Stick delivers, but it was all the work of that CT player that managed to stay alive. 2 left. They'll take down 1. Got about 10 seconds or so to get the bomb in here. Isaac does indeed have it. Going to go swinging wide, but the keen angle from Neofrag gets it done. Brilliant round. 3.
Get some mid-control. Keep it simple. And that's definitely not how they want to start this one. A good reply, though, from Era.
Flashing out towards middle as well. Going to try and take some quick pressure over there. But also 2 at B, so it's kind of difficult to keep up with, I think. Dry peek. Doesn't work. Sinner's looking good then. 4 on 3. Oh, making a 4 on 2 as Isaac losing a fight that maybe indeed needed to be... Ooh, lovely stuff here, to be fair. Rusty will make his way in. They know that the final player is in towards that new box area. Molly is a little awkward, nearly burning Era all the way down, and this is just buying time for the rotations at the end of the day. Flash going to come in. He's not blinded by it. Not quite sure of the sounds, but he can work his way around the new box pretty damn well, this guy. Another great round from Neofrag. It looks like it's the kill for Shock, but again, set up by the big... on it, otherwise they wouldn't pick it. They're not completely insane, and the pistol looks indeed to have somewhat of a game plan. Quick trade comes in. Zedko only had 1 bullet to land, and of course he gets it done. Nice flash over the top. However, it's from the T side. I figured it was a CT flash that went well. Not the case. It's the other way around, and it sets Shock up, not just for 1, but for 2. Now his flashes come in, and he looks set to get the 4K. Indeed, he will. 4 bullets, 4 kills.
I wouldn't be all too concerned for them. Neofrag, he's in the open, getting chased down. There's a lot of pistols here. It's a good nade as well. from control now in their hands, so looking much more comfortable, I was going to say, for Sinners, but the eagle shot from ERA is beautiful. 4-on-4 situation now. Neofrag potentially over-facing there for my money.
Allen's get the bomb down. So B-Stick could be the man in behind enemy lines. You absolutely commit to this, and that's it. That's the round. No time to get the bomb plant. Beautifully played by B-Stick and the flash in from the backside, of course.
Into this one. No surprises there as Oscar, again, for me, getting a little bit ahead of himself. He's in the open. He's on his own. High flashes to swing on. Nice and clean. It's only a Neofrag really in defense. He does get one playing on top of this Tetris position. He's being an absolute menace. Let's get trade out in the end. He's made it much more doable for his teammates. Isaac, over eager for my money, trying to peek over the smokes. And this afterplant is starting to fall apart for Sinners. Rusty, though, decides to punch right back. 2 fast kills. Shock remaining. A very hectic after. He's going to flash for the swing. Isaac, he's going to get caught out in the open. He turns the flash, and 2 players go down immediately. It's just Neofrag left on this bomb, so it's trying to force him off angles. He does get it first. Just about gets out of tail. Smoke onto it.
Just about. For the time being, as they say. Oh, and it continues to...
It's safe to say that GamerLegion are getting the better of that ramp control, aren't they? They're getting more entries, and even though Sinners are loading up... Ramp progression, though, is going to be on the cards for Sinners. Neofrag from the crane position. He finds the first, but B-Stick, he jumped down. There's no CTs around Neofrag. He somehow gets a spray through the smoke. And how on earth has he got out of there not being traded? IM, though, has lurked all the way up. He's going to catch Neofrag. There's 2 more players around here. One in towards the sandbags. IM is dropped, and this madness is not set to end. Era on top of the sandbags somehow finds the frag after getting dinked.
Find one, you'd assume. Nothing quite happening just yet. There it is. The back in from Zero will give him the frag. All onto Era, who has 8 HP. 1 bullet will do it, and 1 bullet has done it. AWP retrieved, bomb defused as Sinners. Even deep, early map control. Flash going to come in. IM will not be blinded, and he knows that play. I don't know that you need to go for it on the Sinners side of things.
B and 1 in towards mid, but now they've had to go over towards A to solidify that position. A lot of damage coming out from Zedco, but only the 1 frag shot. Defense here on B. B-Stick in the corner is going to catch the lurker in IM. So certainly at this point, it's got to be the beginning to think about it. These 2 CTs come in from the CT spawn side. Oscar goes down. B-Stick finds one, but he's tagged all the way down. Jumping around is Isaac. 1-on-1 scenario now. He's sticking for the moment. His shock. He's behind the boxes. Still going. Isaac trying to peek it. He can't quite spot the head. And
boosted. So we'll see if they can get away with it. He looked down. Crouched down. And IM off the back of that look.
It's Neofrag. First to the gutter. Oscar not far behind. Era getting much more confident now. Just contacting his flashes, raining over Zedco's. Priming his ready to go. But with B-Stick and Shock already taking damage. There is 1 going down. That's the bomb planted to the Molotov. Rusty, he's got a nice angle. And he gets the triple spray
down. It as much. And especially when you have a few weeks off in the major cycle, it can be a bit awkward. Though. Yeah, walking in, we're maybe a bit too confident with that. We'll go down. Zedco's found Isaac in and around that B area. We'll be isolated here. B-Stick absolutely needed that kill to just relieve some of the pressure in on the B-bomb site. Zero does take down Zedco, but it costs him high explosive ones, but he avoids all of them. Flash gonna come in for the AWP. Oscar can't miss that shot. Now just Zero. Does manage to find the first. B-Stick is somewhat low if he can isolate this 1 versus 1, but they're just waiting. No kit available, though. I don't think there's 1 dropped. We'll walk into him, of course. No chance.
Still a good opportunity to get up to 10 rounds. Should be a momentous first half. B-Stick through the flames. He finds the first, but traded out.
Maybe sacrifice one of those bomb sites to pick up mid. Nice keen find from Era. Oscar swings out. Again, dry. Flash to help him out. Gonna go for the peek. It's a double nade over the top. Era's ready for it though while blind. Beautiful find once again. 4 versus 2. And another while blind. Maybe a bit ridiculous. Or maybe he's just got his timing down to it.
They're gonna have next to nothing in the bank. Just Edco with that M4 and GamerLegion. Not today. Era, he's working his way up. Right eye peek, Oscar's on the left eye angle, and failed at the off is Oscar trying to go for an information play with the flash. Is Neo frag. He does get a reply. His teammate, though, is dropped behind him. The trade still going the way of GamerLegion. He goes for the peek behind the one-way era. Even the wall bang. Pretty ambitious. Shock has found a nice timing. He has seen the bomb, so getting a really tricky scenario now. He does smoke off his right-hand side. Rusty's taking ground on A, but that doesn't matter if the bomb is not recovered and Isaac comes back. And if there was a round...
Maybe they've done their homework. Oscar likes to play around ramp by himself. He will manage to find a kill. Meanwhile, over on B, Isaac goes flying. New ragdolls galore. That actually came in from middle. An area that seemed very weakly defended by GamerLegion, and it comes back to bite them in the backside. Just IM. He has been looking good. Gonna opt to play things a bit sneakily. And at this point, probably just looking for kill bonuses. He only gets the one, though, and he will go down. Right, so, and he's out there for the information. He actually kind of spots with how deep he's able to get in. There's hardly anybody there. Cover is in from Shock, thank goodness. Triple kill comes in. We won't see any wild plays. He's actually on for the ace. Just like that. When it looked kind of dicey, a failed Molotov, a free kill, a quick dink, you know, it's all falling apart again. And Shock gets his
immediately on the flashbangs. Forced back are the season players. Zero flashes out on a flashbang from his teammate. And Rusty, that is the flashbang of the century. 3-on-2 now for GamerLegion.
Eagle come off of that smoke. It will indeed. Guesses correctly, gets the wallbang. Oscar has to do most of the work here. Well, now he definitely has to because the nade's taking down his partner. Oh, plant coming in. Does get off it as he hears the footsteps. There's plenty of time to play around with this. He'll drop Rusty. And now, the 1 versus 1, although it looks tough, will allow him to start the guessing game. Isaac just spotted him on the crack angle. That is actually mad, and someone might even have talked.
Coming out from the T side, Molly's also raining over. The bomb is still far from committed to a bomb site. There's a player lurking out mid in Shock. That's an awesome frag from Zedco.
Orp is playing pretty well on the wrong bomb site. Catch in from Neofrag. Able to escape. That's got to be the round. That's got to be the round. They will trade him back pretty quickly, but still 3 versus 3. No kit, barely any retake utility here. And you just have, like, no information at all. Era's even getting pinned down towards middle. Rusty goes for the wide swing, but it's not going to happen. Flank on flank on flank at the moment. Really well played from Sinners. And it, for me, will be the round. Yeah, okay. The fact that he moves forwards there and they're not going to try and barrel in. Lost bonus knocked down ever so slightly, so that bit of cash that you've got left is kind of useless. And nice find from Era with a very, very aggressive angle. If he checks the left-hand side, he might win that fight quite easily, actually, but we will never know. It's work for an opener. Boost coming in, Era looking for more, and he's able to get it. Still alive, unscathed. It's the push forward from Zedco that catches them off guard and has turned the round back in their favor. IM's found the head of Neo. Frag Zedco with the pixel headshot round the corner as Zero falls. Goodness me, 3 kills that have made all the difference. IM goes for the wide swing. Of course he would in a round like this. Try and make it work. Not going to happen. Rusty. Okay, gets given kind of a free one. And now Zedco has to be careful. The flash leaves things in complete disarray for Oscar. Rusty knows surely he's not got a kid. You know, is he on the bomb? Or is he out to the side? Era contacting in. Will land the flick. Nice and easy. You have some low HP bars
on Ivy. Flash goes for it. I think that's going to go behind Rusty. It does force him back. That's a nice frag. IM trapped in the open, so Sinners responding straight back. It's coming through Ivy is Beastic. He's somehow got past Era. Oh, it's complete madness ensuing on this side of the map. Era finally gets traded. Zero swings through, and GamerLegion, they had the man advantage. But it's not looking great here. Isaac remaining. Trapped in towards Tetris. He gets dropped in the end, and that it's been anything but clean play. B-Stick peeks out. That's an important first frag. They know there's a player behind sandbags. Clearly, if Rusty smokes himself, there's going to be a player there. 2 have already pushed in, though, in towards Ivy. They have a nice timing. Zero gets the first on towards B-Stick. That's going to alert the teammates. Neo frag with the spray down. They know where Isaac is. They know he was on towards B.
So everybody playing their part. Isaac going to find another. Actually ends up making the round costly for Sinners, and they don't necessarily have all the money in the world. Still that T-side and still work. Oh.
Not the best Molotov. From B-Stick era, posted up, Oscar tries to peek in, but ready and waiting. Somehow lurks out mid-scrib. He's behind both of these players. He finds the first.
Oh.
Rusty just about just in time. That could have been a horrific turn of affairs, but it looks a lot better now from GamerLegion. Neofrag also tagged down. Era finds that frag, so Rusty putting up a monster defense. So for a few seconds, I was just about to get out of dodge. Molly to try and flush him out, but he re-peaks from the top of that yellow position. Era now swings 2 for 1 in the trades right now. Tag through the wall on towards Neofrag. He needs some help from his teammates. Somehow finds one. Another trade, and despite...
So, gotta get moving. Zedco with the catch, though. Isaac somehow misses it. The timing must have been absolutely perfect. Well, he does have a smoke and a flash, but you don't want to give his position away when you're coming in on a flank like this. Shock will walk out, and although not usually the AWP...
On the T side, CT has been a much more stale affair for my measure. Now, that's a good start to this round. Rusty finds one, but immediately traded. Oscar is going... And if Zero gets a bad timing, Neofrag is caught out though. So man advantage here. Smoke goes down for an IM. This is some great utility. Zedco realizes I've got a place, I've got to peek through it. Trade in the end does come through. Tag up on the molly as well. So bomb is...
Oh, big nade. B-Stick in the big position. Gets the double. And it's all down to the player on the flank in the form of Rusty. Oscar left low. B-Stick on the keen angle. Don't quite know where he's at. He's coming up close. Now they've pinned him down. It should surely just be a double peak scenario. There's not a lot of time, though, and B-Stick knows it. Rusty will find it, but he ain't got no kit.
Has had a good amount of impact, but for me, Neofrag is doing so much heavy lifting. Era, though, he's decided, I'm disagreeing. I am the best player.
Boost, yep. Good work. Isaac's on a bit of a peek out. He gets the perfect timing for it, though. If he'd been up there, he dies, but because of chance of a flank. So they really will have to find something incredible. And again, perfect timing from IM to take out B-Stick.
If you save after time, it's going to be really low money on Oscar, Neofrag, and B-Stick. Era then falls to the first, but IM playing around. The smoke in towards mid. Does find 2 replies. They're trying to gain ground here on towards B, but Rusty saying unless he has a monstrous highlight, surely this is not possible. First goes the way of Oscar, and he's caught out in the open. He was the only real chance back into this one. 14-14. The Sinners boys slowly working their way up. Era's still on the angle. He gets traded. 2 teammates are on location. Neofrag's gone up close. He's going to expect the player close crane, but he finds the frag anyway. 4 on 3 now. Bomb working its way over towards this A bomb site. Neofrag's picked up the AWP. He gets dropped in reply. Shock is taking space.
They're going to find a flank out from Ivy. Gets the good timing as they are indeed distracted away. Zero with a keen trade to be fair, but he's not able to follow up, not able to stay alive. Down to Isaac to keep us away from overtime then. 2 versus 1. Spots out the first, traded instantly, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed the overtime. We're in for the ready up. Nobody in this game, you know, needs to go to the bathroom, that's for sure. Aggression from Rusty coming in to start off. 5 on 4 there.
The other side of the smoke, there's a real battle of kind of the one-ways here, and Oscar comes out on top. 0, because... you know, if you're spotted, you're down immediately. Neofrag finds 1-0. He can't get anything done. He was the only person that can make a difference here. 4 on 2 now. Rusty knows he's going to take some duels, but up against these angles, sandbags and playing around the ramp. What can he do? Isaac left alone and...
commit from B-Stick gives Isaac a free frag, but Vertigo's a hard one to break back into a bomb site by yourself, because there's a lot of angles like that. Shock with the free kill gets it done.
4 players over. 0 again in this aggressive position. This time, he comes good. 5 on 4. He
finding the success that they're after. Zedco creeping out. Oh, turn the wrong way. He finds the kill. That's... oh, no. That's unreal. Shock in mid. You know how it goes. He finds a lot of success from there. Zedco going to find another. No. Second smoke has hidden IM. Rusty Takes out Shock towards middle. Bomb's going A or something. Don't even know, mate. Oscar is already in waiting. I am in the smoke. Zedco knows that he's got to be around here somewhere, and he just starts to walk out as the smoke dissipates. Usually the advantage is with the player that's in the smoke there, but he went a bit early. It's all onto Rusty. Bomb's rotating back towards B as Oscar had managed to find a kill. Rusty's on 34 HP. 20 seconds left is plenty of time, and Zedco might even be able to flank him behind. Yes, he will. Round over before the bomb's planted. 17%.
Very long series so far. The few tech issues we had. Zedco this time reverses the fortunes of the early round duels. It is now B stick still a bit advanced here on B. Oh.
Yeah. They have, has anyone seen the Sinners coach? Because I feel like there's some kind of a sacrifice that's being made coming into this overtime. They're getting away with some, lucky moments and also just some ridiculous peaks like that from Neofrag. Now, that's fair because he's on 29 kills. I will get the catch off. But again, we've got some luck. Player has crossed in. Rusty will thankfully recheck the angle. I think I might just have seen him. It's hard to tell. Oscar then, the only one left, and somehow they've pulled it back, and they'll actually win the round. GamerLegion going to get the 16th appear during the half-time break of overtime, but not going to be the case. Zedco, aggressive peak, finds the first kill of half two.
Yeah, certainly feel just cleared mid. They might not expect him. He gets a lot of damage onto Shock. No frag just yet. The timing is brilliant for IM. He is traded, though. They have to fall back into hero map control. They're actually going to sit in this ramp smoke. Oscar's caught in the open. By almost the simplest of plays. Now again, Zedco can't connect. He's the only one with HPs in the flames, and he still finds the frag. Shock has only got 11 HP, but they fall again.
Again, having a bit of a bailout round, despite that only being his 20th frag. Shock with the off angle in towards middle. He does look good to me.
Rusty as well. Oh no.
That's an overtime, head in the bin, really. Like, they're just not present, it looks like, for me on the GamerLegion side of things. So, something a bit crazy required here, and it'll have to come from Isaac. Let's get the first. 3 more to go. I just don't see it happening.
Makes 2 of us. And indeed, it's going to be Sinners